Okay, team, welcome to week one of our 6 week challenge. The first week, we're going to focus on a mindset reset, and it's going to be all about shifting from an all or nothing mentality to the continuum mindset. Your first step to a sustainable transformation is why all or nothing is going to keep you stuck and what the continuum really looks like. Now, what is the all or nothing mindset? The all or nothing mindset is perfection or failure. Not only do you see this in mainstream news, you also see it amongst your friends, your peers, your colleagues, where someone gets it into their mind that they're going to make the change and they go all in. They start off really well and it starts strong. They burn out fast. But the all or nothing mindset is one of the biggest blockers to progress, and it's one which is driven by guilt, pressure, and unrealistic expectations. Why does the all or nothing mindset not work? It's because no one can be perfect. It's unsustainable and it creates a cycle of quitting and restarting. It focuses on perfection instead of progress. Imagine your days on a sliding scale from 0 to 100. 0% is where you're not aligned at all. 50% is decent enough. But 100% is a great day. All progress counts. Here's how the continuum works in real life situations. Let's say you don't have a workout, a short walk would be suffice instead. If you do decide to go out for a takeaway, why not look to have a protein option? If your motivation's low, why not just try a 10-minute session? The continuum works because it removes pressure and guilt, which is sustainable over the long term. That's going to remove guilt, but more importantly, it's going to build consistency, and that's going to create long-term change. Your tasks this week, I want you to choose consistency over perfection. All right, we're aiming for 40 to 80% days. I want you to rate your day on the continuum, and I want you to focus on wins and not perfection. Now I'm going to share a little bit of my personal story just to bring all of this into focus, because after experiencing both extremes, everything changed for me. Now I've been on both sides of the weight journey. This photo down here, where you can see me in front of the Sydney Opera House, was when I was significantly overweight. That was about 11 years ago. So I would have been, no, in fact, 12 years ago. Yeah, I was 18 at the time, lacking in confidence, but traveling the world and definitely out the comfort zone, learning a lot, let's say. And that wasn't too far from the restaurant I was working at the time. But when I was in Australia, I didn't know how to cook. I couldn't do anything, and I was eating rubbish all the time. I didn't know very much about calories. I didn't know very much about macronutrients. I just my knowledge of food was really lacking, and I got meals which were made having no idea that they were high in saturated fat and high calories, etc. Healthy eating just didn't mean anything to me. But that was back in Australia. Then fast forward, a couple of years later when I came home, I stopped eating basically. That was how lacking in self-esteem I was. Only thing is that led to another vicious cycle. And this photo here on the left, that's also me in Australia 3 years later in 2017, where I was quite malnourished there, underweight, and still not any happier, believe it or not. because I saw how much weight I'd lost, I was in so much fear over what to eat, and yeah, it didn't really make a blind bit of difference. So yeah, here I definitely was carrying more weight than felt comfortable. And then, this photo here on the left was where I went the other way. I was unhappy, burnt out as well because I was working in a job at the time where I was working 16-hour days, on weekends, and that wasn't uncommon. But experiencing both extremes taught me the importance of balance, mindset, and sustainable habits. This is what happened next. Thankfully, I know a lot of you here, but I really want to tell you this story because it's quite important. So I rebuilt my health going on to become now what I consider myself to be an athlete. Because I compete in half marathons, I do high rocks training, I do Olympic weightlifting, etc. And during that time, I've been able to develop into a high performing coach and competitor as well. I'm also building a growing fitness business, which now has a team of 4 trainers under me. And we are, believe it or not, the fastest growing personal training team under YPT in all of the UK, which have 500 plus leisure operators. And now I'm proud to say that I'm supporting a community of over 80 clients. Just to really summarize the fat loss pyramid here, I want you to understand what fat loss actually means. And this is the fat loss pyramid, and it's a visual reminder of what actually matters. At the bottom here, you have sustainability, because nothing works unless you can stick to it. And then above that, we've got the calorie deficit and your everyday habits. Next comes exercise and sleep, which is massive for progress, but it's not magic by itself. Self-monitoring up here helps you stay accountable. And then we've got protein and fiber as well. And then carbs and influence, which influences society. And then you've also got energy as well. Then at the very top, you've got supplements, and that is the least impactful part of the progress. So that's why I've done this. I found this pyramid on Google just to really summarize what's the most significant part here. So sustainability is the most important. Then it's calorie deficit. Final reminder is that progress beats perfection every single time. I'm not worried that you'll have a day where you have a bar of chocolate. I'd be worried if you were doing that every single day. I'm not worried that you didn't make a workout. I'm worried that you haven't made a plan to make it work on another day and actually stick to it. I'm not worried that one day you might not have hit your 10,000 steps. I'm worried that you sit at home the whole week. Just to really summarise, I want you to stay on the continuum. So that's week one's presentation. I hope you found that useful, and yeah, this is your point of reference to refer back to after our face-to-face event as well. Thanks again, and speak soon.